I just want to say, bless the person who came up with bubbles and bubble ones. All right. All right, so today we're bringing in awake presence. Isn't that lovely? So let's start with our minute for peace. My name is Susan Churchill. Welcome to Good Morning Bouncing. I'm so grateful to be with you today. So we've been doing a minute for peace. So what we do at the beginning is we connect to the earth. Feel your feet like roots going down, or this beautiful peaceful energy coming up through your body and waking you up and releasing tiredness, releasing aches and pains, letting it go out to the universe, something beautiful like butterflies, and then feel the sun, the universe's heart pouring down light and love through you, again, releasing what you no longer need. And then we're just going to bring our hands together in prayer position and let the peace from the universe and the peace from the earth come up through you, shine through you and your heart. Right? We're going to open up our hearts and emanate peace as well. So we're being peace radiators this morning. So let's enjoy that. And we'll slowly release our hands. Notice maybe your palms of your hands got nice and warm. Maybe something else was happening. Uh, you can, there's different things. Some people feel things. Some people see colors. You might see colors in your inner mind. But know that you've already done a good deed by bringing more peace into the world. Let's say hi to everybody. Okay. Good morning, Pam, Alicia, Lynn, Faye, Christine. So happy to be with you all today. We're bringing in uh, aware presence, I think, awake presence. Awake presence. So we wake ourselves up, we awake presence. That makes total sense to Qigong and to the active exercises, doesn't it? So we're going to start awaking our presence of our divinity, of our life force, the Qi, by bouncing. We wake it up, we get it moving, we start feeling, whoa, everything, every part of us is here right now. All the systems are flicking on, flick all those lights on, elbows out a little bit, fingers separated, smile on your face, let yourself just kind of find its balance again. Smile, smile, smile. Smile stands for start my internal love engines. You got to go with that as being, whenever I say that in classes, like in person ones and stuff, everybody always says smile on their face. So that is magical. Let's do 5 minutes of bouncing with our hands up over our heads. And Master Lynn says if you do that 5 minutes with your hands over your head bouncing every day, within an hour of waking up, you live to 100. So that's how I started doing this, because I would get to a week or 2 weeks or something, and then, I get lazy and not get up. So I really want to live to 100. I'm like, I would really like to be healthy. And so I'm trusting Master Lynn's got it down, and how can I do that? So I know that if I'm doing something for someone else, I have more, I'll keep doing it. And for myself, it's like, So I'm working on that. And one of the ways was to start Good Morning Bouncing. Hi, Martha. Happy to see you. So here we are, bouncing. And I'm just bouncing like this. That's all it is. Feet are flat on the ground. Letting the hands flap at the wrist based on your amount of bouncing, your rate, which I tend to bounce faster when I'm on here with you. So I look at the video and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty funny. Hi, Susan. But you know what? That's what I thought the first time I did it. I'm like, okay, I'm standing here and grateful I'm in the basement and no one can see me because I have my hands over my head and I'm bouncing in place. And yet, if you've done this for a while, hi June, you'll know that this is the greatest thing. It's the greatest thing because you're saying hello to every part of your body. You're feeling so alive. You're feeling so connected. And because you're doing this bouncing, and when we're doing this part, we aim to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're detoxifying. So if any, toxins or anything get settled into your muscles and tissues, this is the way to have it release through your skin, release through the lung system, get absorbed into the bloodstream and go out other ways. So this is so wonderful. And if you can't stand up and bounce, or if you can't get your hands over your head, then just visualize what you can't do. You can do Spring Forest Qigong standing, sitting, or lying down. So, okay, so here we're bouncing. We're letting our body be as in line as possible. You can, another two more things to do is, besides smile, we have that, is touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. That connects our front and back main energy channels. These two channels, all the chi comes in there, and then they feed all the other channels in our body, all the other meridians and energy channels. For all the systems, the heart system, the lung system, the stomach system, the lung system, the kidney system, the liver system, whoever I missed, all of the systems. And we also can tuck our chin in a little bit. That's going to help align the neck with the rest of the spine. So as we're bouncing, we're waking up the chi all along the spine, down to the tailbone. The earth, energy from the earth can come up. The legs go to the tailbone, come up the spine, reach around through all the bones, all the tissues, and you just get awake. Because not only are you bouncing yourself awake, but you're breathing and you're getting more oxygen in. So you're waking up your brain saying, oh, we've got some fuel here. Let's have a beautiful day. And so when we do Spring Forest Qigong, we think of our intention. What are our intentions for the day? And I like to bring one in, which is awake presence for today. And then as we do our practice, we do this part, we wake up all the chi, and then we go to where we connect and feel the connection to the universe and our connection with it. And then we bring in our own intentions, and then we do healing movement, one or two, or whatever, depending on where you are. We do just I have half an hour, so we usually just do one movement for healing, and then we gather the chi that we cultivated, and we bring it here into the lower dantian. So the lower dantian is where our vitality is. So good job with your hands over your head. Now we're just kind of swinging, and you can bounce and swing. And let your shoulders guide the movement. Let your hands just flow around. Let your neck go. Your chin is just following. You don't have to do any work with this. We're not trying to reach. We're not trying anything. We're letting the body, the centrifugal force, and all that kind of thing, the physics of it, to just open, open, open. And while you're doing this, even if you can stop bouncing a little, just kind of swaying and turning. What if you feel like you're, 6, and it's the most beautiful day, you're out, wherever is the best place for you. Are you at the playground or a park? Are you by a lake? Are you inside with friends and family? Where are you? And let that feeling of connecting, of being one with the universe and your family or your friends, or maybe you're in your little tree house or your imaginary tree house, and just let yourself be happy. How's that? Now when we stop, you may find that you're kind of vibrating. Awesome. Just waking up your chi, getting it moving. All right, so what we'll do next is we'll do the shoulder shrugs, which I brought in 3 years ago when I heard Master Lin helping someone else who had had a brain injury, and I have fallen and got a concussion, and so it has helped me a lot. I really feel that the symptoms and all of that have gotten so much better by doing this. Some things take a while, so no worries there. Shoulders up, head back, tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth, behind the front teeth. We like everything to be fast, One pill, one purchase, bounce once, and you never know, because things can go really fast, or parts of it can go really fast, and then maybe it takes a little while for other things to heal. All right, do this 2 more times. So we take the shoulders up to the ears, the head goes back, you scrunch back a little, you make sure your knees are still bent, the arms are just hanging there, so if you move, they're just going to swing. You have the tongue touching the roof of the mouth. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, and you gently lower the shoulders and the head comes up. And you feel that spinal fluid that was building up to come in and whoosh, clean out your brain and see it and feel like you've got like the brain you were born with. Release the shoulders down. Or maybe you want to go a little later to when you had learned a lot of stuff. Or maybe not. But the healthier brain. And then allow butterflies to fly out, which maybe that's plaques that have come on, or maybe like with me, having a concussion. Release your shoulders down, head comes up. And the other thing you can do with this is then to feel like there's a magnet pulling the shoulders down at the end. And that helps to release stress from the neck and shoulders. Master Lin taught us that last year. So now we're going to tap the cheekbones, open, open, open. All blockages are gone. Send beautiful yellow light in. Now if you're crunched down, I found myself a little bit crunched. Bring those elbows out. Hi Nadia. I'm so happy you're joining us today. We're moving up to the beginning of the eyebrows. Send the chi through. How about dark blue light? Cup the top of your head. Now, if you get a different color, it feels like it's coming through, then don't say, sorry, Susan says it's got to be dark blue. No, go with it, because you are doing your practice. Cupping the base of the head, Coming down to the C7, massaging this in a circular way. Hi, Maria. Clap your hands. Cup the inside of the left elbow. Right side. Underarm left side. I have an energy body portrait to do for Maria still. Okay, yes, I had a crazy day yesterday. I am going to send you my calendar today. Or just let me know if 6:30, I know for sure I have 6:30 Friday available. And then cup the kidneys. Rub with the back of your hands. Rub with the palms of your hands. And let's hold them here and really realize that we are helping ourselves to gain more energy, more chi, just by doing this. And if you have cold hands or feet, this is something you're going to want to, maybe you're going to want to try to do, even before you get cold. How about that? Tap the tailbone. So if you're like, I get cold by a certain amount of sitting, right? So get up and do that. And then give yourself, like you're filling your tank with warm chi. Hi, Dorothy. I don't think I said hi. Come down to the knees. Okay, I will send you my calendar. Thank you, dear. And then cup the the back of the knees forward. So you can't see me really, but I'm cupping forward. And then take both your hands and cup the left knee and the right knee. Come up on the toes and down on the heels. And that's one where if you're pregnant, you can skip that. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. Scoop up the energy of the earth. Let it run through you. Reach up. Release it out. Butterflies flying out. And then you've got some extra space in there where you let go what you no longer need. And, nature abhors a vacuum. So let's bring in unconditional love of the universe to come through and fill. And of course, with your intentions, we have the intention of awakened presence coming through. You can feel that. Sounds awesome. So that was the active exercises. Now we're going to move on. So, okay, here we go. Feet, shoulder, hip distance apart. Bend your knees, elbows out. Fingers, stretch the fingers. Mega stretch. Send the chi to the ends of the fingertips and to the ends of the toes. So the tips of the toes. Mega stretch. And release. And gently release the toes almost all the way. All right. Let your spine, maybe you need to tuck the tailbone in and out to release the lower back. Let the shoulders soften, just like let them go. And then bring the elbows out. Smile, smile, smile. Tip of the tongue touching the roof of the mouth behind the front teeth. Tuck your chin in a little bit. And invite balance of your body. So if you notice you are kind of tipping over to one side or the other, or front or back, just invite balance so that you can stop thinking about your position, because your form is holding itself effortlessly. And then we'll go into the feeling, the chi, that light, the energy zooming around that gets the job done. And we'll see how it's feeling on the left side of our body and the right side. And you may notice an imbalance there, and you just invite balance across the center. And the same with the top of your body and the bottom of your body. And just gently invite balance. How about the front of your body and the back of your body? And invite balance. We're like, one of those plastic toys that has a little, you got to push it together, right, for it to hold. Just get yourself back, push together. And then we say the password together. I am in the universe. What's that feel like? Do you see yourself at the top of the globe? Just there you are, the first pine tree that's been created. And you're looking out at all the possibilities. And you know, hey, you can do anything. You can be anything in this moment. The universe is in my body. You take that picture and pour it inside, how you picture yourself and feel yourself expand. Like Harry Potter's ant, but in a good way. The universe and I combine together, and now you're just one. You're one. You're light. You're water droplets. You're clouds. You're a bird. You're an eagle soaring. You're a whale. You're a seed in the ground waking up, feeling spring coming. You're a tree bringing your energy back down to your roots if you're going into the fall. Letting your leaves, letting go of them. See how nature teaches us how to let go? How's that feel? And then you connect to what is most divine for you. And you ask for what you want from your practice today. And today's Wednesday, so we're going to do the third movement from Master Lin's 5-element practice. And for about 4 or 5 minutes, we're going to do connecting of heaven and earth. So we take our hands from both sides and bring them up over our heads. And I've got my hands like this, like I'm holding a giant beach ball, okay? And everything else is the same. Your feet are about shoulder, hip distance apart. And all we do, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to let our breathing go in and out through the nose. If that works for you, you're going to do what's right for you today. Hi, Paula. Tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. Chin's coming back. Feeling like you can hold this effortlessly. And if you're, maybe just starting or you're really not feeling good today and it's hard to get those arms up, you do the best you can. No worries. But imagine anything you can't do physically. And then we breathe in and we just bend our knees a little bit more. So we want to always have a little bend in the knees. And of course, if you're a really good bender, you can go way down. And then when you breathe out, then we straighten up without locking the knees again, okay? So that's the whole thing. Now, some people do like to move their hands down and then move them up. So if that feels good for you, you can go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, allow yourself to feel golden, peaceful energy coming down from the universe, from the sun in the center of the universe, which I like to think of having everyone you've ever loved and everyone who's ever loved you. And just pouring down through your body, through your chi field, into the earth. And then the earth, when you move your knees like this, pumps up the peaceful energy from the earth. You're getting a bath in both directions of peace. So this helps to release anxiety and overthinking. So if that's something that you have challenges with, then maybe you want to try this during one of those challenges. And then notice what's happening right now with your shoulders and your neck. And if you're going like this, pushing up the shoulders, then soften them down. You don't need to use the shoulders. Your arms are just being held up with the chi, with your life force. and continue for another 2 minutes. Of course, if you need to bring your hands down or put them in a different position, you go ahead and do that. Anything you can't do physically, you just visualize and you feel the chi moving up and down into the ends of the fingertips, down into the earth. So we'll just do about 30 more seconds. So we can make sure we have time to harvest the chi. And when you get back up to the top, then slowly turn your hands outward and then slowly bring them down like you're going through jello. And see if you can feel the chi all around you in your chi field. You've cultivated this peaceful energy for you and everything that you asked for with your intentions. And then we'll focus on the lower dantian, and you can put your hands here too and see how that feels. And maybe you can feel the lower dantian 2 or 3 inches behind your navel. Maybe you get a good warm feeling, or you get a little pulsation going back and forth from that area to your hands and back. Or it could be something different. You might see colors. You might get a beautiful smell of roses. And then with your mind, gather your chi in your lower dantian as a ball of light and start to spin it. And it spins faster and faster and faster. And as it spins faster, it starts to condense down into what we call a dan. And it's getting smaller and brighter, brighter, so bright your eyes are closed, but you can see that it's making your eyes squinch a bit until it turns into a tiny little energy pill. And definitely have the fire horse theme. I got a white horse that's rearing, looks really cool, and tuck it deep behind the navel. Rub your hands, rub your face. Let the world see that you are a love radiator. Know that you are going to radiate all the colors of the rainbow. And just by doing that, you're helping other people. And we take our hands out and up and allow 10,000 more hands to sprout from our body. And we allow the universe to just pour in gifts that we have the job of using and also of giving away. So use the ones that you can use, and then give away the ones that others can. As we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I send you many, many blessings and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Okay, bye.